everybody, good morning and welcome to the Charles Matthews Morning Show. How you doing? Now listen, I know, winter's coming and it's snowing outside, but I've been doing my shows for a while and I've been getting a lot of questions about business and COVID. And if I should start a business or what should I be doing for my business during COVID? Is there anything I can do during COVID? And is there anything we can try? Or, some businesses are slowing down, some are speeding up. Everybody's confused about what they can be doing at this time. There's a lot of things. Now, I found this gentleman, Stephen Clark. He's coming on this show. I think he'll be the best person to talk to about all the things you could be doing right now, okay? He knows a lot about marketing. He knows a lot about business. And I want to bring him on because I get questions all the time. How can we do our business during COVID? What can we do? And is there anything out there that we can be doing during COVID? So I think this gentleman, trust me, he's fun, he's exciting, and he can help you. So stay tuned. If you have a business and you're kind of worried about what's going on right now, stay tuned. Don't miss this show. Let's go. Without further ado, please welcome to the show, Mr. Stephen Clark.
Hey, Charles. How are you? Glad to be here.
Thank you. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. I always hate to say that with everything that's going on. And by the way, that's not without the challenges that we're all facing right now. The COVID has obviously provided us with not only challenges but the uncertainty around it. And I think that's one of the big things that people are dealing with right now. I mean, when is it going to be over? What I can do, what I can't do, and I think that's what's really starting to really bother people. Even the most positive people like myself are starting to wonder, what is happening here? When is this going to be over?
Right, and that's one of the reasons I get phone calls when I do my other shows. People put it in the chat. They're asking questions. I'm like, okay, I need to find somebody. So I found you. Let's talk about, what you do. Give us a little bit of background about yourself before we get started so people know a little bit about you as well.
Yeah, well, I'm a, ex-professional athlete. I played hockey for 5 years professionally, got hurt, got into advertising, which I just fell in love with. It was my kind of next chapter and a passion. Did very well in that, built up my own business, sold it to a giant. And, now we've, my wife and I have really focused on, creating our purpose in life. We're on a mission to make a difference, make a positive impact in the world. And we've created what's referred to as a for-profit social enterprise, which is all about, making a difference, giving back, and as I said, making a positive impact in the world. And that's what RTG stands for, which is receiving through giving. So it's we've been doing this for 5 years now. We're just going into our 6th year, and we're now actually reputed to be the next unicorn coming out of Canada. So we're certainly looking forward to that.
All right. So I prepared some questions because today's show, it's all about business and COVID. Okay. Because to me, they're tying in right now. Okay. People are at home, back at work, off work, back at home. New projects, hold the project. A lot of stuff has been happening. So, but before we go on, let's ask you. You just said you belong to an RTG group. How has COVID affected you so far?
So we're because the nature of our business, which is all about helping people, feeding people. We were hit very hard in the beginning. We had projects that were rolling out this year that were going to be not only helping feed people, which is our primary goal, but also in the business community, people were basically putting on hold on everything. But again, lack of understanding. So they, their budgets, they were just holding. They didn't know really what to do with them, and they didn't know, how to react to this. And we didn't. This is the first time that a lot of us have experienced this. So we had I would say, based on the number of people we were going to be feeding, we had close to $1 billion that we were going to be doing this year. Was basically, it wasn't canceled, but it was certainly put on hold until till we could figure this whole thing out. So it hurt us at first, but I think like a lot of good companies out there, we pivoted. We decided that, the one thing that we would focus on rather than our traditional model was we were going to focus on the business community. And we were going to introduce the model that we created last year that COVID had again put a kind of a stop on, and that was our social impact challenge. And so we've now rolled that out, or helping companies with that, and it actually offers a real solution to some of the challenges that we're facing.
All right, so here we go. Question number one.
Mm-hmm.
How has you seen COVID affected business? So how have you seen COVID affect the business effect right now? Because I've seen it in different ways, but you as a marketing person see it different in a different light.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen all the aspects. We've seen companies had to close down. We've seen others that have pivoted and thrived. We've seen some that basically are kind of put everything on hold. And the sad thing about that, Charles, is there's some really good companies out there, but they happen to be in areas that have been really severely hit. I mean, if you're doing anything anything to do with live events, trade shows, conferences, all these different things. So what do? You can pivot online, certainly, but for a trade show and people, are looking forward to going and talking to each other and seeing everybody and doing all that, the majority of those have all had been canceled and put on hold until, even in some cases, to 2022.
Yeah.
So, companies that service those industries, that everything, they're really, really hurt badly. We've seen, obviously we've seen like restaurants and things like that have to close down because of it. So it's really taken its toll on a number of people. Our government obviously is all governments are doing their best to offset that, but the cost is enormous, and the economic impact is going to be felt for years. So it's taken its toll on businesses for sure, and some have been able to pivot and kind of thrive, as I'm pleased to say we have. Others have not been so fortunate, you feel bad for them.
And that leads into my next question then. How are companies dealing with COVID?
Yeah, so we studied this actually because we really wanted to know the kind of the overall, and of course, the smaller companies hit hard. The big companies put a lot of basically had their spending frozen. They just said, listen, we don't know what this is. So all these different programs we're going to be doing, they're just on hold. Offices shut down, people working virtually, letting some people, go, laid off, reducing staff. It was really the typical reaction that we get to any type of challenges it's to basically slow down, put a halt on all spending and things like that, and just see where it's going. Again, I would say if someone, and I've been interviewed many times about this, and I think that the uncertainty has really been the biggest issue around COVID, because people just don't know. They're like, I don't know, when can we go back to the office? I don't know. When can we go to, when we can travel, when we can go and meet clients, I don't know. The answer is I don't know. And that's one of the worst things you can do to a human being in general, is just say, I don't know. I'd rather say, hey, in a year from now, this is what you could be doing. And then at least I could plan it that way, right? So
that kind of leads me into my next question. In your opinion, I know you're not a doctor. I know, you don't work for the government. How long do you think, we're going to be dealing with this?
I get this one a lot, Charles.
I'm not saying we as people.
Yeah,
we as companies, because I think this is more strictly for companies.
Yeah, I think that the reality is that, and we've had our client, we had a couple clients in the States that have already informed us that projects that we were going to roll out this year will not be rolled out until 2022. Wow. They just skipped all of next year and said, this is the deal. So, it's, again, different companies are acting differently. There's some good news on the horizon. There's vaccines now that are being tested and with very positive results. I personally think that if anybody's planning, anything before like the first 6 months of next year, that I don't think we're going to see any real huge shift by then. But I am fairly confident that by the second half of 2021, you're going to see stuff coming back with the vaccines, with different things that we're now learning about it. I think we're gonna start to see that shift in getting back. So I think it will be, in the second half of next year. But I also think, honestly, that we have to do things in the first half to prepare for this. So that's going to be really critical of what we do in the first half of 2021.
Okay, so this is just straight your opinion, okay? Because
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Yeah.
this is why I brought you on. I want to ask you this question. You know what I mean? This is what you think, and I value your opinion. That's why I brought you on to the show, because I think you have a thumb on the pulse of what's going on, right? But this is why I'm asking you this next question. How can companies deal with COVID moving forward? That's why I brought you. This is what everybody wants to hear. Moving forward.
So we've been studying this. So we rolled out a program last year that we beta tested called the Social Impact Challenge, and it was around. There was some flaws that we had already determined that companies were doing all around social impact. And companies, especially big companies, were pre-selecting some of the sustainable development goals that they wanted to stand for, like climate or gender equality, racism, and they were then taking that to their employees and saying, "This is what we're going to stand for. This is what our company is going to stand for." And we realized through our data, because we're basically driven by data, we realized that that was such a flawed strategy. Because young people today, when they get passionate about a cause, that's what they like to focus on. And if you tell them that, oh, well, we're going to be doing this, they will say very politely, well, yeah, thanks, that's great and everything, but no, this is what I focus on. So they won't get engaged. So flawed strategy, obviously, to build programs that you already know that some of your employees aren't going to engage in.
Right.
And the other thing that we've noticed is that now those companies, I told you that everybody put a kind of a stop on the spending and stuff like that. Now these companies are starting to say, I just read an article on Forbes, which was really right to this point, is that those companies are now saying, you know what, we have to, now we know, so we're going into a new year. It's been, obviously 2020 has been, perhaps the most negative time of our entire existence for some people. We need to somehow develop something that can start off the first quarter of 2021 in a positive way. Because if we don't, we're just dragging that crap right into into next year.
Right.
So in our program, what we did, and we talk to people every single day about this right now. Our Social Impact Challenge is really designed to allow companies to, in the first quarter, to bring all of the people. Every company wants to bring people together. We can't do it physically. We know that. So you can do it virtually, but you need to do it in such a way that you're going to engage them. They're going to behave, hey, we'll have some fun. It's a meaningful and an impactful program so that they can all get together. And the real key to this particular program, Charles, which makes it different than most, is that we have selected for their challenges to create that social impact. We have got all 17 of the United Nations, 17 SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. So employees get to pick what they're passionate about. And so it becomes a month-long challenge. You pick whatever month you want. Employees all get on. They do challenges that will derive actual social impact points based on the algorithms we built in. And so at the end of it, employees have all, contributed to the score. We add up all the score, divide by the number of employees, and a company's got, we call it an XO score, or social impact score. And the company and the employees feel better about it. The companies feel better about it. There's some positivity injected into, the beginning of the year. So we're putting that, everybody starts every year about, New Year's resolutions. I mean, we do that as human beings in general, but it's going to be a little bleak this year because of the uncertainty. So bring some uncertainty into that. I talked to a CEO of a fairly large company the other day, and he was like, well, I'm not sure. I think it's a great program. I love it. We definitely want to do it, but I'm not sure that the first part of, 2021 is the time to do it. And I said, look, you've known me for years. I'm a strategist. That's what I did in the advertising world. And I'm telling you, as a strategy, there is no better time to do it, to start off, inject some positivity into your company. Because right now, employees, everybody needs it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
that's how we're doing it.
I like the key word that you say, the positivity. Because right now, everybody's like, well, there's no Christmas. Everybody's by themselves. We can't see family. So what can you do as a company to bond everybody and bring everybody back together? And you're absolutely right. I think you hit it right on the head. Bring your business to a positive outlook. Yes, we have something going on, but if you can do something to bring all the workers together, work together on a positive way, it changes their outlook. So I think that's a great idea.
Absolutely. And the one other thing about that, Charles, and I was talking to the same guy, and I said, we know, we just don't know when, but we know that we're going to get out of this. So what's going to end up happening is we're going to start to get more positive stuff, right? Over the coming 6 to 12 months. And so if you start in this positive way, as you get that, it just builds more positivity. And positivity, we all know, every employer out there knows, the more positive your employees are, the more productive they are. So, this is a win-win-win. Everybody wins. Gamified things are big, obviously, especially in the younger generation. So this is just a program that, in fact, this guy said at the end of it, and he booked it for February. They're going to actually lead up into January and tell their employees what they're doing, and they're going to roll it out in February. But he said to me, the great thing I really do like about this is it will engage our employees in a fun, meaningful way, and it will add that positivity. And in fact, they are taking it one step further, and anybody listening can take this as well. I said, well, if you really want to make it fun, why don't you challenge your clients and your suppliers to make this a big thing, and so you can get the biggest score and do the whole thing. And he's like, whoa, this is fantastic. And we're actually, altering the price to that, obviously, because he's bringing more people in. But so you can have a lot of fun with it, and we can have a lot of people. And bottom line is, we're making a significant impact in the world, a positive impact. So yeah, I think this is a really good program. But I think it's not something. In fact, I told him, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to do something that will actually help your company and your employees in a really tough time right now.
Can we touch on one thing in the green room before we went on air? We talked about security, and I think that this program shows the employers that there is security in the company. Because everybody's like, oh, what's going to happen? How's your business doing? I don't know what's going to happen. Are they closing down? Are they not closing down? So a program like this will show the employees, no, we're good.
I think that I think you're bang on, and we did talk about this earlier, Charles. I think that right now, people are just, honestly, you can have a State of the Union and get all your employees on and tell them that yeah, you know what? You might as well just save your breath, because we're at a point right now where people are just tired. They're tired of the talk, right? We've been told so many different things. And so that's no longer, that's not going to cut the mustard. Now you got to take action.
Yes.
And this is an action plan, which I like to call it. So this is something, say, this is what we're doing. So get, it doesn't matter where you are. The challenges, there's 50 challenge on every SDG. You can do, you can go out and pick up trash for half an hour with your mask on and, get points, or you can go online and do things and get points. It's really customized. And the program, as I said, is really exciting. The feedback has been phenomenal. And I can tell you right now, there's 3 to 5 people every day that are signing on to do this program in Q1 of next year, which is going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, I mean, I'm just asking people to reach out. We'll send them the information, get educated, because this is a program I think can help a lot of people, and at the same time, make a real positive impact in the world.
So, question for you: the program. How long does it take? When can they get started? Because a program like this, does it take time to plan out? Like, should they be thinking of what they need to do for 2021? How does it work?
Yeah, so basically we're just contacting people. They're contacting us right now. I just had a conversation this morning with a guy who's booked the program for March. He's got about 200 employees, and they're actually booking for March because he loved the suggestion about challenging some of his clients and everything. He thought this would be a great way to bond them together. Right. So basically the program is simple. When people book on the program, it's all an online platform that's taken a few years to develop. develop. And so they just basically sign on. We set them up. We customize it with their logo and everything. Each employee then is given a code. They go on and sign up. And then when you open up, you see the first thing you see is the 17 SDGs, where you can start clicking on which ones that you're passionate about. And under each one, there's a whole bunch of challenges that, again, our customized algorithms will pick up to the actual impact that that's having in the world. And what ends up happening is, we did this when we beta tested and did had these companies doing it, is the engagement was off the charts. I had CEOs calling me and saying, we've done a lot of programs. I remember one specifically because I know him from golf, and he said to me, we've been around for 19 years. We've done lots of programs. We've never, ever had any program we've done that's got 100% engagement. I mean, it just doesn't happen. He said, with your program, we actually got 100% engagement. So he said, they were just fun. They were trash talking each other. It was a lot of fun that they had. And as a result of that, it streams to the whole thing. It improves culture, retention levels, which is a huge thing with employers right now, helps with that. And at the end of the day, when the company is given an XO score, or social impact score, that score was not because you cut checks to charities or anything like that. That's because your employees engaged, and through their efforts with them presenting this program, they did this together. And so together they created that social impact score that they can be bragging about to their friends who are with other companies. And it's a pretty cool program that everybody gets something out of. And then our motto is everybody must win more than they put in. Charles, I know that's one of your favorites. And this program was, again, built on that. I mean, everybody wins in this thing. Obviously, the company wins big time. The employees win big time. All of the different challenges that they're doing, they're helping there, to eradicate those particular sustainable development goals that the UN set up. So it's just a win-win-win. And again, very affordable program. We've made sure of that. We've actually reduced the price because of COVID. And so that there's no company that can't do it. In fact, the guy I did this morning, he actually said to me, that's it? There's no other. Is that a monthly fee or what? I said, no, it's not. It's just a one-time fee. And anytime you want to do it again, because he did ask me, he said, what about if we want to do it 6 months from now because we want to get maybe a higher score or whatever? I said, whatever you're paying right now, anytime you want to do it in the future, it's 50% off. So you can do as many times as you want. So yeah, it's a pretty cool thing.
Well, there's one thing that you kept saying, and it didn't really click into me until you said it the last time, and I thought I wasn't even going in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing you said is to bond with clients. I wasn't thinking of your clients. I'm thinking about your business, and I'm thinking about your employees. But the thing is, right there, your clients feel safe.
Exactly.
If your clients feel like, the company I work with is still running, we don't have to rush out and go find somebody else. The printer I always use is still there. The company that I always use is still there. Oh, I see them doing a challenge. That means they're still okay. As a client, I feel comfortable and not rushing off to go find somebody new.
Sure. You always want to do program. I think every owner, every employer out there will tell you the same. We're always looking for ways to build a stronger emotional connection with our clients. I mean, that's just the way most employers like myself always became friends with our top clients. We were out golfing with them and taking them out. That's some of the things. We can't do that today. Right. So what are other things we can do? Well, this program, which by the way, this particular company is taking it into their employers, we're giving him a discount on that, and that discount affects all of his clients as well. So not only you're bringing them in to have fun and basically challenge them to see who can get the bigger score, but because of that, if they were going to pay $5,000, they might be paying $3,000 now because they put this under the umbrella. So they actually just saved them a couple $1,000s. So that builds a stronger emotional connection. So yeah, this is a really a win-win-win, again, which is our motto. And I think this one in the corporate world, it's not only a good idea to do it, Charles, it's absolutely a necessity as far as I'm concerned. This is one of those things that will bring some positivity we talked about into 2021. And we need that desperately. we're at that point right now where people are just craving for it.
Yeah.
And we can bring it to them through this program.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. CMJ Entertainment is a one-stop shop. CMJ Entertainment helps people do any type of events, and it's a marketing tool as well. So we'll cover everything from start to finish. If it's a wedding, we'll make sure your wedding is over the top. And if it's an event, we make sure that everybody gets information at the end of the day. Give us a call at 416-414-8964 or online, go to cmjent.com.
Yeah.
RTG Group is a social enterprise. We substantially benefit and reward those who choose to do good. Our mandate in all of our programs is that everyone must win more than they put in. For more information, call 647-859-0126. We can do this together.
All right. So before I let you go, I was just thinking when the commercials were playing, if somebody is getting into business the first time, right? Just launched their business about a year and a half ago, and then they launched their business, and boom, they got into COVID. Now they're panicking. Okay, they're panicking. What would you say to them right now?
So I would say, and I have said it because I do mentor some of these people right now. I'd say first of all, it's always a challenge building a business, and regardless of what time we're in or any time when you're first starting, it's always tough. This is obviously an exceptionally difficult time, but these are times where you can learn so much about yourself, about what you're doing. I've got a company right now, for example, smaller company. They were doing pretty good, and they pivoted. In fact, they're now targeting the clients that they want in the future, and they're taking our program to them. And as a result of that, because they have a few salespeople, they're actually now selling our program, which will allow their company to generate revenue, but also set up that relationship with companies that they want to deal with down the road. So it becomes strategically, it's a perfect fit for them. It allows them to keep the doors open. They're making money, which obviously we're paying, commissions because they're selling the program for us. But they've been able to pivot, do that because they can no longer do what they were doing originally, but they will eventually be able to get back to that. So, you can be creative. People need to be creative right now. These are difficult times, and it's those companies that are creative that do these types of things and pivot and be able to, make some changes. Where really some people are in survival mode. So I'd say, do what you need to do to survive, but do it strategically so that, as I said to this owner, if you do this and you reach out, you've already got a list of companies that you want to be dealing with, or even some that you had, reach out with this program because they're going to love it, and they're going to love you for bringing it to them. And then down the road, once everything gets back, you can go back to them and say, hey, we're still here. This is, remember us, this is what we're doing. So now you've got that relationship built, and which they obviously loved it. And they're out now, helping us, helping themselves, and helping their potential clients where they will eventually be back to.
Well, listen, I'm so glad you had the time to come on and talk to my listeners because, I've been getting flooded of calls of, companies thinking, oh, I'll do it later. I'm like, no, this is the best time to market your business, get it out there. People are on social. We understand COVID is there, but don't change your look of your business. Your business can keep growing. And this, I think, is a great way of bonding your employees together, letting your clients know that you're still out there and you're still working. And at the same time, get a great score for your business. That's the other thing. You know what I mean? You can put your business on the map because this is a way of getting your business on the map. As a new company, you're looking for marketing ideas. This is a great way of getting it out there. So this is a phenomenal idea, Stephen. So I appreciate you coming on and helping the businesses.
Thanks, Charles. Appreciate it. And thank you for having me as a guest.
Not a problem. So if people want to get in touch with you, please, there's his email right there. And the program that we are talking about, you can find it on the website. Don't hesitate to go there and find out from it more information. Click on it and research, and then just send send Stephen an email. He loves getting emails, right, Stephen?
Love getting emails, love talking to people and just having conversations because, as you know, Charles, in this chapter of my life, it's all about, making a difference and helping other people. And that's really what keeps me going.
Well, once again, thanks for taking the time, my friend. Be safe.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Listen, there you go. Okay. I know you've been asking a lot of questions about your business and COVID. To me, this is a great win-win. And he keeps saying it. It's a win-win. And I love that idea. You're giving back. You're getting back. You're helping your clients to stay relevant. You're helping your business stay relevant. And the most important things, your employees, that's what stays. Thank you for watching. Be safe, and I'll see you later.
Has come to an end. But the fun doesn't have to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, head over right now to Twitter and Facebook and like, share, and get involved. Join us next time.
Please be advised that this podcast is meant for educational and informational purposes only and is in no way a replacement for legal or medical advice. The opinions contained within are solely those of the interviewers and interviewees and should be received as so. Those seeking help or advice are encouraged to obtain professional legal and medical service.